Brought to you by Express Care Health and Skin Center. Get in, get out, get better.
All right, before we went to the break, we were talking with Dr. Jitka Lom from Express Care about head lice and mites, or scabies, and the things that they can control. Okay, or that they can cause, I should say. It's up to us to control them. We have some good viewer questions, so let's get right to that, Dr. Lom. Number one speaks to the issue of washing your sheets. Can you get head lice from sharing pillows?
You can. It's not as common. It's usually from direct hair-to-hair contact, so like little girls with long hair and other little girls playing and their hair is close together, and that's how it usually spreads. Or people sleeping together, that's the most common, actually. But you can get it from pillows. The eggs of lice usually will live for about 2 or 3 days, and you may not get the symptoms, though, for up to a couple of weeks after you've been infected. So you might have had your children go to a sleepover 2 weeks ago, and now your child has lice, and it might have been from that experience.
Rapunzel, please let down your hair and please shampoo it, I guess.
Shampoo it.
Right, and wash your sheets. That's always advisable. Number two, what is the best way to get rid of head lice on pillows, stuffed animals, and a blanket? So the treatment of your lint.
The treatment. Okay, well, washing it in hot water and putting it in the dryer. Whatever you cannot wash, like maybe a stuffed animal or something, a carpet or something for some reason, a big pillow, you can put that in a plastic bag for 2 to 3 days, and that will basically kill whatever's hatching.
Suffocates them?
Suffocate them, yeah.
Yeah, well, because these are organisms that need air to survive.
Well, they need air, and they also need blood meals, and they haven't got that in the bag, so
is there any kind of detergent that, as a physician, you would recommend, for specifically for washing, sheets?
Not so much, but many people, when they get something like this, they really go wild crazy, cleaning the house and cleaning their sheets and washing and washing and washing. And really, you just need to do it once in a good detergent. Sometimes over cleaning can make things worse as far as giving people rashes because you put too much detergent in the wash. So just any old detergent, but rinse it out well with hot water.
Okay, nothing like adding like a little dab
bleach
of
or something.
Bleach.
That wouldn't hurt, but what kills them is the heat.
Okay, good to know. Or maybe run them through the dryer one more time.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Do head lice spread any type of disease? We kind of talked about this before.
We talked about that. No, they don't. Neither do scabies. They don't spread any other long-term illness. But again, when you scratch them, you may cause an infection with bacteria, most commonly the staph bacteria. So kids can have like oozing yellow pus coming out and sores and stuff. But that's not from the scabies. That's from the scratching.
So the more immediate concern for children with scabies is, a level of uncomfort, and also, just spreading them to other kids.
Spreading them and can't concentrate because they're scratching all the time, can't sleep.
If kids, run their hands through their hair, or adults and everything like that, and maybe, like come in contact with their underarm region and everything, can they spread, head lice to their underarm region?
You could spread head lice usually to another hairy area, for example, the pubic area, but there are different kinds of lice. You can have head lice, body lice, or pubic lice, and so it wouldn't generally affect the underarms. I guess it's possible if you were very hairy down there, it's possible.
Do the different species of lice, can they survive in the different places? Like
body lice tends to be something that affects really very unclean people. For example, homeless people or people who have no access to personal hygiene.
Right.
Head lice can affect people who are very clean. So this is one really important thing to know, is that just because your child has head lice, nobody is going to judge or shouldn't judge you that you're not clean. Very clean people can get lice. All
right. Well, next question. How can I remove scabies, mites on furniture and clothes?
Okay, now this is scabies, and we said lice lives for a couple of days. Scabies can live a little longer, maybe even up to a couple of weeks. So again, washing your sheets, your clothes, anything that you've worn in the last 48 hours, and any bedding should be washed in hot water and then placed in the dryer again, so that you can kill off the eggs. And if you haven't been able to do that with some of your, for example, furniture or something like that, sprays really don't work. You need to just cover it with plastic for a couple of weeks, and then it'll be okay.
Yeah, because if I've got like a $1,600 blue suede ottoman that I bought, I can't exactly throw that in the washing machine.
No, you can't, and you wouldn't want to throw it out. And the same goes with your mattress, more so than the actual couch.
Right.
People worry about their mattresses and do they have to throw them out? Not really. If you just cover it with plastic for a couple of weeks and then uncover it, you'll be fine.
Okay. Next question, what are nits?
Yes, the nits are the eggs of the lice, and the lice lays eggs that are basically stuck onto your hair shaft, and they look like little tiny white pieces of dandruff, except that they don't flake off, they just stay stuck, and they grow out with your hair. So if you find nits, that little eggs then that are close to your scalp, those are live ones. If they've already grown out, so they're 2 inches out, then they're probably just an empty sac and they're dead, and there's nothing to worry about. Yeah,
okay.
There's nothing to worry about. So sometimes people will retreat their children because they say, I still see nits on my child's hair, but that's okay as long as there's nothing jumping and your child is not itchy. Mm-hmm. Another thing is that if you treat your child for lice, they can return to school the next day because, again, all the live lice are dead. So you're not going to spread the lice to any other child. After your overnight treatment, you can go back to school, and you should just recheck your child in a week to make sure there's nothing new crawling or jumping.
That's wonderful, because I remember when I was going to school way back, if word got around that a certain child had, like lice, I mean,
yes.
Unfortunately, kids would be mean. They'd treat the kid like he was a leper or
Absolutely,
something.
and
It's
they
really,
have to
really cruel.
shave their head
Yeah.
and stay home until everything was gone. But now we have these nice medicines. You can just treat your child, go back to school, and think of it just as a very mild annoyance rather than something that's going to affect them.
Wonderful. Science marches on.
Yes.
As always. Okay, last question. Can you get scabies from pets? That's a great question.
That is a great question. You can get them from chickens, and you can get them from dogs. Those are the two animals that will tend to give us scabies if we're close to them, or if basically our dogs are kind of roaming around and not being very clean. So yes, you can get it from other animals.
Okay, well, thanks so much for the
welcome.
information. I understand there's something else you want to pass on about flu shots.
Yes, they're available at Express Care now. It is flu season. With the rainy season comes a flu season, and you can come and get a flu shot. It's $25, or you can use your insurance. Just walk in. We'll be glad to help.
All right, and I will be there, and I was hoping you can actually personally give me my
I
flu
should have
shot.
brought it.
Okay, because I know you have a very, very careful hand and everything, so
I do.
I'm kind of nervous with shots, so I'm hoping you'll take care of me.
I will.
Okay, well, I'll see you there.
Thank you.
All right, stay tuned. We'll be back after this.